What is going on today, everybody? I hope you're having a fantastic day. I know I'm having a great day. I'm going to have a fantastic day once I get something replaced on this GMC. I'm sick and tired of the sensor not working, so today we're going to go ahead and install this little guy, see if we can get the sensor to start working. So, long story short, been having trouble with the front sensor on the Yukon. It was the middle, not gonna lie to you, it was the middle. I took the front bumper off already, moved it to the side to see if it would change, swapping out sensors to see if it was a sensor or wiring. It followed the sensor, so we're gonna go ahead and now change out that sensor with a new one. Heads up, if you're looking to buy one, make sure you get the color matched one, or you can do a paint pen to match it. But I didn't know that. Ordered the wrong one first, and you can actually order proper painted ones. So do that. Okay, let's go show you what we got going on with this car. Future Jake here. So I want to give you the heads up. Do not try to order a cheaper one that's not the right color code to try to get and swap caps over to get the right color code. It does not work. There's a foam layer behind it and it ruins it. And I'll show you that here. But don't think you can order a black one and put it on a white cap or a different color cap and make it work. If you're gonna order a black one, order all four black and change all four of them. That's fine, but you cannot take them apart and change the cap. So I'm gonna try to take this thing apart, and I think this is what failed me the first time by trying to get the proper color code off of here. I went ahead, put a flathead screwdriver in here to get the ring out. Once that ring comes out, then there's this piece in here that's allegedly supposed to be glued. And it has this foam stuff in there. But if you rip that foam, I think it messes with the sensor, because after I open it up, even the old sensor wouldn't go back in. So this is the old sensor, the proper sensor that came with the car. And with me trying to take the color code out and put it on a new one, it ripped this foam that's in here. And it's kind of spongy. But I'm assuming that it needs that to not sense the front cap. Well, I think I messed it up, because it does not like being like this. So, no, there's your answer. You cannot switch the cap. First off, we've got the whole front of the bumper. There's nothing in front of it. Everything's clean, and we're actually having trouble with this sensor right here. So, all these sensors are nice and clean. There's no bugs. I don't know anything on it. But if we go inside, so if I go ahead and turn this thing on, I'll sometimes get the error of clean front sensor, or clean park assist sensor clean. I don't know if you saw that or not. Of course it won't go now, but it'll say clean sensor. Sensors are clean, there's nothing in front of it. But now if I back up and I have something that's kind of in the way back there, once I start getting close to it and get the parking assist to trigger, now I've got a problem with the front where it's saying that that sensor isn't working. So now none of the front sensors are working because that one on the outside has a box around it. Now it was the one to the left of it. It was the front right one, and I switched the sensors to make sure that it was a sensor problem. That front, those middle two are annoying to get to. The outside ones, not so much. So I moved it there so it'd be easier to change if it was the problem. Now with that sensor not working, it's saying that all the sensors aren't working. So that is a safety hazard now, because now I have none of my sensors, even though 3 of them still work, none of them are working. So I don't know what's going on with it. Hopefully just changing this little guy out will alleviate that problem. But for right now, we're going on theories. Let's try to change this thing out and see if it'll work and get us to where we need to be. Fingers crossed. So let's go ahead, take this fender liner out, while I got the car on and started, I'm going to turn the wheel so it gives me more room to work in. And then we're gonna turn this thing off and go get to pulling that fender liner off. So again, it's that front passenger parking sensor that we're having problems with. There's clearly nothing in front of it. There's clearly nothing on top of it. There's nothing on top of any of them. So why are we having troubles? Let's go ahead, get to it. To do that, we got to get through the fender liner, and the fender liner is all these Torx bits. So we'll have to remove a bunch of Torx bits, and I can sneak my hand in there with this tire turned to actually get in there and remove that clip from it. Now I've got a T15 Torx bits on a speed wrench. Just makes it easier. You can do it by hand, but if you got the tools to do it right, do it right. So we'll go ahead, remove all these Torx bits. We'll just do these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that we've got those 5 out, we can pry the interior panel back, and it's going to be really hard to see in there. Let's see if we can get you guys some clearer view on it. So let me go grab a flashlight. Yeah, I'm sorry. There's no way to actually get to see where, or get you guys to see where it's going to go. But lo and behold, the outside has 2 tabs on it that need pried out away from this piece so that it can pull away from the bumper. And then after that, there is a red locking tab on the backside that needs pulled out, and then you can push the clip in and pull this piece out. Those red clips really stick, and it really is not fun to do one-handed, especially on this side. I have to do it left-handed to reach right, but we can get it done. We'll go ahead, pop these guys off, pull it out of the bumper, and then we'll pull the clip off. I think that's the route I want to go. Maybe I'll pull the clip off first. That way this is held in there. I don't know. I'll let you know. So the red tab needs to get pushed back. You can kind of push on it with this one. It's facing kind of like this in the car, and your hand comes in. So what I was doing is I'd push from the bottom side and be able to push it out enough. Doesn't work so well on this one. But if you push it out, you can kind of get your fingernail in here, and it'll eventually stop. And it'll stop on the piece that needs to be pushed down. So then right behind the back here, you can see this tab needs to be pushed down. But if it's locked, that red lock won't let it come down. So if we move it back, right behind it, we can push down. That will raise the other side up, and then we're able to actually pull the piece apart. Now to get this clip out, this red tab needs to be pushed back towards the harness, away from the sensor, and then on the back side you can push this down and we'll release the clip. You can pop it out. Now that is easier said than done one-handed, but remember the red goes away from the plug, and then the back side you can lift it up and then pop the sensor out. Now the sensor sits right here. I can't quite get the camera into this side where I want to, but it sits literally, my fingers on it right here. So I've got the sensor out, and now we can put a new one in. Hopefully that fixes our problem. There you go, we got our sensor out. There you go. Put our new sensor in here, push forward to the clip. You hear the clips? Boom. Make sure they're both on there because it's really not fun if it pops out. I'm going to push back on it. Definitely in there. Now let's install the wiring harness. Wiring harness, the bump goes toward the back of the car away from the front. Clipped. Sensor is installed. Now let's see if this thing has fixed itself or not. Now just because I got to move the car, I'm going to put the fender liner back in it because I have to move it to actually do the sensors. So I'm going to just pop these guys in. I don't have another piece to fix it if it's wrong, so we're at a standstill either way. Let's go ahead and put this together. I still got the clean sensor. Now I gotta service driver assist. Well, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that didn't quite fix it, seeing as how we now have a service driver assist system. Let's see if we back up. Oh, now it doesn't work at all because I am extremely close to that trailer. Well, that didn't work. Okay. Back to square one, putting that old one back in. At least it worked with the old one. Well, that's not ideal. I don't know what happened with it. Maybe it's the part, but now it's not working at all. Sweet. Let's go back to the drawing board and see if we can figure out what's actually going wrong with this thing. Well, I don't know how I managed to do it, but now it's significantly worse. The old one doesn't even work in it anymore. So, I don't know if there's a coating issue that needs to go with it, but we'll try to figure it out from there. In the meantime, here's the two differences between the Cadillac one and the old ones. The one for the Yukon, it's got more of a oval, and the one for the Cadillacs are more of a rectangle, I guess. So be careful with that. Okay, well, now I guess I gotta order some different parts or do some research, and I'll keep you posted. Well, let's go ahead, try this again. Just got a whole nother one in the mail. Now, this one was $90 on eBay, but I wanted to get it because it came with the actual clip, so I could show you guys a lot better of how the clip actually works. So, what I did was I made sure that the very top number and the very second number from the top were exactly the same. So I think that's from the model year, and then the bottom two are serial numbers identifier for this piece. But the very top number, which is 84586 217, and then the second number 026306 3226. Those two numbers are exactly the same on the two parts. Let's see if I can pull the old one out and put a new one in. Okay, let's go do it. I already showed you guys, so we'll skip that part, but now you know. Alright, we just finished installing that. Got the clips out, put the new one in. Fingers crossed that it's going to work, because I don't know what to do if it's not going to work. This is now the third one I've ordered, and it hasn't been working. So, we'll see. Let's start this thing up and go from there. Keys in it. We'll go ahead, start this thing up. Auto stop. Driver 2. Okay, I'm okay with both of those. Hey, we didn't get the service warning. That's a very, very good sign. Okay, so now let's test the sensors. So last time backing up wouldn't do it. Well, let's go forward. I got the garage we could run into potentially. So we'll get closer. Park and brake release. I'm okay with that one. Let's get closer to the... What? Look at that. Let's go. So it is working. Let's see if we can get a little closer. There we go. Now we're into the beeping. It's working. That top right one wasn't working before. That's so cool. Let's put it in reverse. And they go away. Let's go. Right on. I can't believe that actually worked. And an added bonus, we don't have to code it to the car. I was really, really worried we would have to code it to the car. But I think pay for the proper parts and it'll work out better. Because my first two were off of Amazon and they were cheap. They were like $20 and $30. Luckily, I was able to send those back. But one of them wasn't even the right configuration. One of them was black and had the wrong tip on it. And I think with me trying to play around with the tip, it really didn't help it out. Because there's actually a a glued foam piece in there. So I pulled it apart, tried to look at it. The foam piece didn't like being separated. I separated it, put it back together, and I think that really messed up the sensors. So I didn't do that one on this one. I ordered the actual color code. 626D, I believe, was this car. The actual color code, it goes across a lot of different cars, Cadillacs, GMCs, Silverados, lots of cars. But the actual color code, so I didn't have to take that off. And then an actual GMC part with the matching part numbers. I think that was a huge part of what made it successful. Just goes to show you, if you buy the proper parts for a car, or if you buy the actual dealer parts for the car, it actually works out. Now this was an eBay one off a wreck, fine by me, but it worked out. Awesome. I'm gonna enjoy my day. I'm gonna get out of here. I'd like to thank you guys for hanging out with me this long. If you stayed this long, don't forget to leave a big like on this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Keep coming back. I'm gonna be working on this thing more, I'm sure. More stuff's gonna fail on me. And we're gonna have more stuff to fix. And that's okay. I'm gonna get out of here. You enjoy your day. I'm gonna enjoy mine now that this is fixed. And my family can be safe. So let's have them be safe. Alright, everybody. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, like the video. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace. Enjoy your day. Oh, now it doesn't work at all because I am extremely close to that trailer. Well, that didn't work.